Okay, now let's shift our attention to question 5. Question 5 says that a soda container holds 5.5 gallons of soda. How many ounces of soda does the container hold? So we're going to be doing a conversion here. We're going to be converting from gallons to ounces. So we are provided with a conversion chart. It shows us that we have to take 2 steps. To go from gallons to ounces, we have to first of all take the first step, which is from gallon to quarts. And then the second step will be from quarts to ounces. Okay? So how do we set this up? First of all, to convert, it's easier to work with improper fractions so we can reduce. So 5.5 as an improper fraction is going to be 2 times 5 plus 1, which is 11 over 2 gallons. All right? Okay, so we want to change 11 over 2 gallons to ounces. So this is how I'm going to set it up. I'm going to start with 11 over 2, and I'm going to put gallons. All right, so this is how you do it. We're going to take 2 steps. So since there are 2 steps, we're going to have 2 fractions. First fraction with the unit, and then another fraction with the unit. Okay, so now we're going to go from gallons to quarts. I want the gallons to cancel out. I don't want to be left with quarts. So if I want the gallons to cancel out, I'm going to put the gallons on the bottom, and then I'm going to put the quarts on the top. Okay? Guess what? This first step is going to convert from gallons to quarts if I have the right numbers here, conversion factor. Okay? So now from quart, what do I want to go? I want to go from quarts to ounces. So I want the quarts to cancel out in the second multiplication. So I'm going to have a quart on the bottom and ounces on the top. Okay? So this is basically how you set it up. So you notice these gallons cancel out, the quarts cancel out, and then we have ounces. All right? So how do we populate this fraction that I just introduced? So how you do it is you have 1 gallon equals 4 quarts. So 1 gallon equals 4 quarts. Okay? So this is the first conversion factor. If I work this piece out, it changes it from gallons to quarts. The next conversion factor, 1 quart, is 32 ounces. Okay? All right, so this is the first conversion factor. Multiply by 4, and then the next one multiply by 32 over 1. All right, so let me show you what I was saying concerning the units. Check this out. See the gallons? This gallon and this gallon cancels out. And then look at the quarts. This quart and this quart cancels out. What are you left with? Ounces. Okay, so whichever way you set it up, the only unit that should be left should be your targeted units, which is ounces. All right, so let's say you switch this around. The failure for cancellation to happen will tell you that your setup is wrong. Okay, so you want ounces on top, not at the bottom, you want it on top. Okay, all right, so this is what we want. So now if we just carry out the computation of the arithmetic here, our final result should tell us the number of ounces that are in 5.5 gallons. All right, so let's see, what can we do here? 2 goes into itself once, 2 goes here twice. So 11 times 2 times 32 will give us the answer. So let's do 2 times 32 first. We have 11 times 64. And we can just use a multiplication trick, 64 and then 64. And then 407, 704. Okay? This is how I like to multiply. You can always use your calculator. So your answer is 704. Okay? So there goes your final result. Thanks so much for taking the time